Hi guys, welcome to Soul's Note Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me. This is going to be your general guidance message for all signs for Wednesday the 19th and Thursday the 20th of February 2020. Let's see what we've got going on in terms of the energy. Now, during the pre-shuffle, the Ace of Swords fell out, and when that fell out, I went to pick it back up, and the bottom of the deck was the Ace of Cups. So that kind of stood out in my mind anyway. So there may be new beginnings on the horizon. We've been gearing up to these new beginnings and new starts, I'd say since December, since the eclipse, yeah, on the 26th of December. So what I feel is that these new beginnings, we're going to start to see coming in, or the opportunities being presented for us to accept those new beginnings, because we do have free will. You know, nothing is forced upon us, but I do feel as though the opportunities, wow, for these new beginnings are going to be presented. Look at that. Yeah, Fool. Wow. Right, okay. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. I'm sorry, I just had to put my hand on my chin. Wow. So Fool, Wheel of Fortune, Tower, Two of Swords, Queen of Swords, the World, and the Six of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I kind of want to rearrange the cards a little bit. I kind of want to rearrange them. Only slightly, only slightly. I think those three are supposed to be like that. I really do. I think the Two of Swords kind of supports this Wheel of Fortune energy here. Yep. Then we've got the World. Yeah, that feels better to me. Right. Can we see all them? Just about. I need a bigger bloody desk. I need a bigger bloody desk. But you know what? It will do. It will do. Right, so I can't believe that whole chunk just fell out. What's at the bottom of the deck? These Ace of Cups. I told you I saw that in the pre-shuffle in the exact same place. Right, that's even freaked me out even more. So we've got like these three major arcanas that came out on the top row. The Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower. Now Fool, card number 0 in the Fool's Journey in the major arcana. The Wheel of Fortune is card number 10. The Tower is card number 16. So I've put the Wheel of Fortune in the middle because it feels as though there's a new beginning. Like I was saying, as these cards fell out, a new beginning is being presented, or is going to be presented, has been presented. I don't know. This Fool is looking at the Ace of Cups. So it could have something to do with a new emotional beginning, a new spiritual pursuit, something artistic, something related to love, something related to self-love. Like I say, this could be a new emotional understanding of yourself that you're deciding to step out in a new direction, embark on a new chapter of your life. But whatever it is, it's like it's destiny. We have it next to the Wheel of Fortune, which is card number 10, which speaks about change, the ending of a cycle. So it may be as an old cycle closed out, like I say, it presents the energy for this Fool. But whatever this old cycle was, it was part of your destiny. It was part of your fate. You were supposed to walk that path, and now things have changed. It's time to usher in some sort of change. Now, this speaks about the Wheel of Fortune, letting go of the old and allowing new energy to come in. And then we have the Tower. So it feels as though at this stage you can make a choice or a decision to let this wheel turn. If you choose to sort of turn your back on it, which is what this Fool is doing, we have a Tower moment. I don't know what that Tower moment is. but it's a shake-up from the universe to get you on the right path. And it's like it's been screaming at you with this Wheel of Fortune, come over here, or, you know, take this path, or whatever. It's going to be different for everyone, and it's going to be in different areas of everybody's life as well. It's not all going to fall the same. We're all at different ages, different seasons, different phases of life. So if this reading's resonating, you'll kind of intuitively know which area of your life is destined, is calling for you to change an aspect of it. Now, underneath this Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Two of Swords, which is why I'm saying you kind of know. You're being called to make a choice or make a decision. And I love that the two swords, that the Two of Swords character is crossing over. We've got one pointing up to the Fool and one pointing up to the Tower. And directly above it, like I say, is the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a choice, there's a decision, there's a path for you to pick. And it's like the universe is saying to you, you know, you can go freely, you can go willingly towards what we're calling you towards, or we can shake things up. But either way, you're kind of going. We have the World, which is the wrapping up and the end of a cycle. So for us to have the Zero, and so the first card and the last card of the major arcana is big energy. And the other two cards we've got are the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. So this is a huge wrapping up of a karmic cycle, a karmic situation, so that it frees you up. This World card is freedom. It's completion. It's having learned the lesson. And that's like the universe is almost saying, like, come on now, show me that you've learned the lesson. Because like I say, you've got a choice. You can willingly walk towards whatever, you know, is calling you, or the universe is calling you towards, or the universe can intervene. This is upheaval, this is change, this is a divine intervention, because you haven't taken a risk, because you haven't had the self-belief that to trust in what your intuition is calling you towards. But either way, a cycle will close out. And I spoke about this, I don't know which reading it was now, but this World card, we get it all the time. And as I said, with the Fool and opportunities being presented, we get them all the time as well. But we choose whether to engage in the new beginning, to put our energy and effort into the new start, into the new relationship, into the new job. We can choose to stay where we are. Now, when it comes to the World, we can choose to stay in cycle, even though we know that they've reached their climax, or we've learned everything that we need to learn again in that job, in that relationship, in that energy, whatever. And we can close out a cycle, we can leave a job, we can leave a relationship, but until we truly learn the lesson, then when that wheel turns, what we pull towards us is going to just be more of the same. Because the important thing is not necessarily the person or the place, it's the lesson. Did you get it? Do you understand it? And it almost feels as though that is what this reading's about. I've kind of gone off on like a mad tangent. I can't even speak. But we've got, like I say, again, a juxtaposition of energy with the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. It's, you know, measuring. It's making things fair. It's an energy of kindness. It can sometimes speak of an energy of, you know, being charitable, whether you're on the giving end or the receiving end of charity. But it's kindness. It's extending energy for harmony, for balance, to try and solve a problem or help somebody out. And then we've got this Queen of Swords, which is turning her back. It's cutting out any illusions. It's allowing yourself to make decisions or choices, even if things around you are clouded or you can't quite see the way forward. It's accessing the facts of a situation. She's carrying the sword of clarity, the sword of truth. So with these two, it's like by adopting the energy of the Queen of Swords, it helps you see the two paths clearly. It helps you make that choice. It helps you make that decision. And it may be, do you continue to stay and give to a particular situation? It's like I almost want to put them this way round. I almost want to put them this way round because, yeah, they're both now sort of looking at this Two of Swords. Like, were you going to make a choice? Are you going to make a decision? And it's like, are you going to cut out this bullshit? Are you going to let go of what needs to be let go of? Are you going to put your emotions aside and make a choice for a decision? Or then we've got, are you going to continue to give to this situation for the sake of balance or harmony or feeling needed within a particular situation? Are you going to let it crumble? And she's like, are you going to step out on this new path? Are you going to cut through all of this illusion and confusion and see things as they truly are? But like I say, there's a cycle that is coming to an end, successfully or unsuccessfully. Like I say, that wheel turns, cycles end, and it's up to us whether we just repeat the same experience but with, you know, a different person, or do we truly end a cycle, send that lesson back to the records, ticked off, signed off as complete, and say, you know what, send me down something else. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for a new experience. I'm ready for a new lesson. And that lesson doesn't always have to be, what do we call it, a hard lesson either. The more lessons we learn, you know, the easier it is to move on and learn the next one, because we understand the whole process. Right, synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. And yeah, with this Wheel of Fortune in there, that is synchronous. I can't even say it. Synchronicity. So just look out for whether it's numbers that are synchronistic or have some sort of meaning, or just messages, things that really resonate, that are out of the ordinary. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. Yeah, most definitely. And look at that, underneath the Ace of Cups, we've got the Magician. So there's a new beginning with the 0, with the Fool being card 0 and the Magician card number 1, and the Fool's looking over here. Like, look what you can manifest in this new energy, in this new beginning. But you've got to take a risk. You've got to have self-belief. You've got to want to understand that you're on a new journey, so you're not going to know everything. There are things that you're going to learn, but you also have all of the tools, all of the resources, all of the determination to manifest true abundance. Right, guys. Right, okay, let's pull. An answer is simple. Oracle card. And let's, wrap that up. But what a random but beautiful, beautiful reading. So yeah, what do we have in terms of energy? Well, the Fool is air energy. So Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, we saw the sneaky peek of the Magician, which again is Mercury ruled. And we have Rebel or Rebel is one of my favourite cards. And I was just saying, yeah, that Aquarian, no, I didn't mean to say Aquarian, that mercurial energy of the Magician. So Gemini again, energy. Wheel of Fortune, we've got Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. The Tower is Mars energy. I'm trying to think, who does Mars rule? Aries. Yeah. And the World is Saturn, Capricorn energy. Two of Swords. Saturn in Libra. No, Moon in Libra. Yeah, there's lots of air energy in here. Lots and lots of air energy. Right, let's read this out of the book anyway. I'm just gassing away. Right, number 30. So reduces down to a 3. So it's all about your growth, your achievement, bringing, like, you know, all aspects of self onto the same page so that you can make a choice, make a decision. It's not just engaging your mind. It's engaging your heart. How do you feel about this situation? What do you think about it? What's your soul also saying? It's tuning into all of that so that you can make a choice or a decision. But like I say, whatever change that you're kind of not wanting to make looks as though it's coming anyway. It's time for your spirit to rebel from your ego and take charge of your life. There's nothing to answer to but your higher self. It's time to let go of all past authority figures who still run your inner world and allow your spirit to step into command. Be free of the fear that you carry over from the past. Yeah, like I say, there's something here that's stopping you from making that choice or a decision, and it could be fear. Fear of being vulnerable. I see the nakedness of the figure in the world card there. Not wanting to see or accept your vulnerabilities. Well, that's bullshit if it is vulnerability, you know. Vulnerability, it's as hard as it is, we are all vulnerable and we all put on a mask to sort of show the world that we're not. But that does a disservice because the next person doesn't know that, you know, we feel just as vulnerable as they do. And it just creates like a barrier and a wall between us because we're all trying to protect our hearts. But, you know, we all know that hearts hurt. So we should all know that we're all vulnerable. Call to mind all those ghosts from years ago that scared you into submission with their disapproval and their threats. Call them up one by one in your mind's eye and see them shrinking down to human size. Forgive past authority figures for their intimidation and see their divine spirit behind the ego's mask. And that's exactly what I was just saying. These are simply people like you who have been scared and who have allowed their egos to scare you. With clarity and your forgiveness, these past authority figures will no longer have any power over you. Yeah, and then that's what allows you to successfully close out this cycle so it doesn't have to be repeated, because it's time to move on here. It's time to let go of the old so that you have got space in your life, in your heart, in your hands to accept, if you choose, because we have free will, to accept these new beginnings that, like I say, I just feel are going to start coming through. You answer only to God and your personal truth. The only question now is, what is your personal truth? Listen to your spirit for the answer and fearlessly follow this as your ultimate authority. Yeah, and that's what that Queen's asking you. What is your truth? What is it that you want? Take the emotion out of it. Take what you can see with your physical eyes out of it, but speak to your heart and you will find the truth, and that allows you to cut out everything else. Right guys, random ass reading. I hope it made sense and you got something from it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fab day. Oh, and I should have said as well, this isn't a 2-day reading. There's too many major arcana cards. Like I say, this is a wrapping up of a major cycle. You may just get the inspiration or the understanding that there is a choice to make or that change is on the way over the next couple of days. But this is going to take a bit longer to cycle through. But once you're out of it, you're fully out of it for good, guys. It's time to move on. Right, have a great day and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.